So it actually feels like something you want to go to. It's not like, oh, I have to go to GRE. Oh, I have to go to this. Like, it's actually entertaining. I think last time I went there in Miami, there were like some Star Wars guys, like super tall. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just crazy, like it's not what you're expecting when you go to a convention. So that was really, really cool. So not only I found it entertaining, but I also got value out of it, which is really, really dope. I think the main value that I really went for was just to put my face out there more and meet people that I do business with in person. Because pretty much anyone that's known in the repair industry goes to Gadget Repair Expo or knows about Gadget Repair Expo. It's just kind of like the standard event, I feel like.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
If you're not at the GRE, where are you? If you've never heard of the GRE, you need to come for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brandon. All right, Bo, tell us who you are, our reigning winner from last year. So tell us what you do. Everybody should know you. They see your face all over the website, but who are you, Bo?
So my name's Bo. I own 6 stores in Eastern North Carolina. I fix NC. I've been doing this professionally since 2010. I did it a couple years prior to that out of my house, and it's just blown up since then. We repair pretty much anything. When I first started, I wouldn't turn anything away. I mean, if somebody brought in a mixer, I'd be like, okay, cool, let's try to fix it. And we've kind of kept that same mentality with all kinds of things. I have actually an elevator motherboard to fix. So I got that in a couple days ago.
Love that.
But we really don't turn much away. What else?
I think you just gave us your secret sauce, didn't you?
Right.
No, not at all. Because there's more than just taking it in. You have to actually be able to fix it.
Well,
So
that's a good point.
I was at GRE last year as I won the soldering competition. I'm going to win the soldering competition again this year. I've been practicing. So
how was it to take all that cash home when you came, because you have some expenses? Wasn't it nice to take some
and then we
money
went
home?
and had an amazing steak dinner that night. So
love it.
And the belt is great. I carry it around and show it off every now and then.
Oh, I forgot about it. Do you have it anywhere close? Can you hold
it up?
No,
I don't.
Okay.
It's at one of my other stores.
Oh, nice.
So now you're going to need one in every store, right? You got 6 stores, you're going to need 6 bells.
And I joke with customers. They're like, well, you fixed that fast. I'm like, well, I'd tell you I'm a world champion solderer, but you probably won't believe me.
Until you see my belt. Yeah.
So, and I tell my new employees, they'll come. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. And they're like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, well, see, here's the belt, and here's the website, here's this. They're like, holy crap. Wow. All right. So
it's definitely bragging rights. Big money. This year it's 1,000. Is it more than last year? Because I can't even.
Yeah, it is more. 3,500 for the micro soldering and 1,500 for the screen swap.
$3,500 for an iPad Air 1 charge port. Now there is a pre-item, which is something else to do with that's online. When you register, you can see it. But if you fix that the fastest, you can win $3,500. Now, but I know you're also registered for the screen competition. So that's $1,500 screen replacement for iPhone 11. And then maybe soon we'll have something else we need to announce, right, Jeremy? Maybe soon. We're not sure yet.
It's going to be probably the next call for sure.
Yeah.
There's going to be maybe a third of something. We haven't announced it yet, but
Bo kind of knows because I told him too soon. I got excited, and because he was the reigning champion, I was like, register for everything. Don't say anything, Bo.
Mute him.
Yeah. So fingers crossed that actually happens. So Brandon, question: are you going to compete against Bo?
No, I'm not going to compete. Yeah, no, I think he probably will take it. This guy, I won't lie. I won't lie. He's, at least from what I've seen last year, I think he might have it. But no, honestly, I'm not super on the technical side. I think, at least for my business, I've kind of tried to be just know enough to be able to delegate and kind of oversee the operations and employees. But I'm definitely not like the guy who's going to be doing a iPad Air charging report like replacement in Bo's time. Like that's not me, But I definitely will try and hire an employee who has kind of the technical background and get him as close as Bo's time as as you know, as it makes sense and as we can. So. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, hopefully one year we'll see you compete, but Bo's definitely going to try to win every year. I know we have another competitor that's coming back to try to win as well, who won our first show. So this is going to be really fun. So I want to announce that we're going to be having some information on the website soon about courses, certifications. So we're actually going to be having certification courses at the GRE. They're small classes and they're very specific topics. We're working with trainers like, Jessa, Mr. Phone Doctor, Chris, I Savannah Doctor. They're coming up with, I think I said that wrong, I Savannah, I Doctor Savannah. Sorry, Chris, if you're watching. But they are coming up with small courses that take about an hour and a half. There's going to be a limited number of people in the room. You get to take the course and you'll leave with an actual certificate. So they're going to have equipment set up. They're going to have everything you need to do to prove that you've learned this skill set. So you can come and get us certified by one of these amazing trainers. You can send your staff to get certified by these amazing trainers. So if you're someone who's watching and you're interested in that, keep an eye out. We are going to be sending emails out about it. If you're on our email list and you don't see the emails or you get them and you don't read them, you definitely want to start because we have some really great stuff coming up.
What is that for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody in the store.
Oh no, he said that he didn't know what the password was.
Oh.
Somebody's chatting in the background somewhere.
Okay. I saw somebody was trying to talk.
I think Bo's employees are yelling at him for something.
He is in his store, so
get back to work.
Right. And then also we have our speed networking. Jeremy, do you want to talk about the speed networking and how that's going to work? Because I'm sure Brandon and Bo really want to know too.
Yeah, so speed networking is something new here at the Gadget Repair Expo this year. There's going to be 2 sessions. Each one is an hour. And if you can imagine, 20 people have a letter A and 20 people have a letter B, either sitting on either side of the table. A doesn't move. So if you get a letter A, you sit at the table, B moves. So what happens is you rotate all the way around and you network with basically 20 people in an hour. And what an incredible experience, because it's really difficult to talk to 20 separate people in an hour while you're at the Gadget Repair Expo. I mean, you can, in the different segments, you can say hi and hello and whatever, but it's kind of like speed dating, but it's speed networking. So you sit down, talk to somebody, say me and Bo are sitting across the table, or me and Brandon, we're telling each other about what we do. Wow, let's hook up, let's chat later. Next week, let's call each other. I love that you do that. And this gives us an opportunity to kind of dig in a little deeper than a hi, hello, grab a card you put in your pocket, look out later, I forgot why I even took this card. But this gives you a little bit more opportunity to meet somebody and put a face to the card. And so I think it's really incredible. And there's some big business expos that do this, and it's very, very popular. So we think it's going to be very exciting to do. Plus a great way to network. In an hour, you're meeting 20 significant contacts that, could take you with you when you leave and bring it back. And hopefully either through mentors or suppliers or just somebody that's doing what you're doing, or somebody's doing something different than what you're doing, and maybe you like that. There's all kinds of opportunity around that.
Yeah, I love this because, Bo, Brandon, you guys go to these shows. How do you, I mean, we get this question a lot from people, like when we go live and stuff like, well, how do I talk to people I don't know? Like, I'm just going to walk around. I see all these people walking around. I want to talk to all of them. How do I really walk up to them? And I struggled a lot with this when I first got in the industry, because, it's a male dominated industry. Let's just say what it is. Right. And so I'd go to an expo and it's just like a room full of guys. How do I just walk up and just like randomly start talking to guys that are in a group talking? Right. And so I really,
to you, Nicole.
Right. They should be. Well, now, yeah, definitely. But in the beginning, it wasn't that way. So I was just like aimlessly wandering, like, how do I get to know these people? And so I really love this because I have never seen this at any show focused on no show is focused on our industry, trying to put our industry in their show, but I've never seen it at any show around repair, devices, wireless, anything, where they're going to put you in a place where you actually get to meet people you don't know that are at the show and learn about them, right? Brandon, Bo, what do you think about
right
this?
there?
Oh.
I think you hit it right there, because that's why it's kind of like speed dating, right? And that's why people speed date. right? They want to be able to
Yeah.
meet as many people as possible, hoping to make a connection. And it kind of breaks the ice. Because that's one thing, a lot of us are a little bit nervous. You know, to walk up and say hello to a group of people standing there having a conversation. So it's unless you don't know them or somebody didn't introduce you, you feel a little uncomfortable. And this is the whole idea. So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brandon.
Yes.
I honestly, that's an amazing idea, and I'm actually even more excited to go to the event now. I think, at least from my own personal experience, a lot of people in the repair industry, they're I guess like their personality matrix is definitely more on the introverted side, and they're definitely usually not like real estate agent types personality that are just going to go out there and talk to people. So I think making that, like, literally like removing that barrier is going to be huge, especially because I know a lot, at least for me and my friends, one of the main justifications to go into this event is like the people you're going to meet. So the fact that you guys are kind of making that so much easier, especially for people in the repair industry who aren't really talkative, who aren't really the go out there and socialize type of bunch, from my experience, that's actually super amazing.
I'm so excited that you like it. Bo, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea too, because I'm not much of like a, go up and talk to people person at all. So I would just like keep to myself and, not learn anything about anybody else or not learn stuff that they might have to offer. And they'd probably miss out on, opportunities that this would, this will probably be presenting for us now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
glad you
super
guys like it. I'm
excited.
excited. Yeah, so yeah, we both are. The whole team is excited about it, and of course, every year we're trying to take the GRE further, right? What's the next step? What more can we do? We don't want to be stagnant. We're doing the same show every year. That gets boring, and so. I think Brandon mentioned the Star Wars characters. Well, we're gonna have something really exciting this year too, and it won't be Star Wars. Well, maybe it will be. I don't know, but it's gonna be something really cool that you're not gonna expect.
Yeah, and it really is what can we do to help the stores? You
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Of course we want to help the exhibitors and sponsors meet you, but then also what do you get out of going to the show? We really do. When we do these shows, we have these meetings where we're just brainstorming. What do shops need? How can that happen at the Gadget Repair Expo? That's how we came up with the speed networking and courses, right? Because we thought, who wouldn't love to come and get certified in a process from someone like Mr. Phone Doctor, you know, and not have to pay extra for it and be able to really work with him as a trainer, him training them, and then go back with a certificate they can hang on their wall and say, I actually proved I could do this at the GRE. And yeah, so I'm super excited about this. I think we lost Brandon there for a minute. I'll take him down for a second until he comes back. So that kind of leads into my next thing, which is our topic. So what's going on in the industry? Is there any things that you guys see trying to fix in your store coming up? Bo, don't want to put you on the spot. Sounds like you got a really good business going. You have 6 locations, but you have a very dynamic view because you have so many locations. What are some things you see in the industry?
I see that. I mean, we're seeing more and more people that are accepting that Apple is, or the notifications, I guess you can say, that we're getting on the phones, like the batteries and the screen notifications. Because we tell them, like, look, this is part of, getting a phone repaired outside of Apple. We can get it done faster, better warranty, same quality parts, and more affordable. It's just when you turn your phone on, you have to hit OK. And after you explain it to them, they're a little more understanding. And another thing is, phones aren't going away as fast as they were. Like the iPhone, let's say iPhone 8 days, if you had an iPhone 5, you were like, "Ooh, I'm not gonna have that repaired. I'm just gonna get a new phone." But I mean, our most popular phone we repair is iPhone 11s.
Yeah.
I mean, I will burn through a ton of screens every week, and that phone is what now, 6 years old. So I see people holding on to their phones longer, much longer, and they're being more understanding about the notifications.
That's very
Well,
interesting.
yeah, that is. Yeah. I mean, did you have a comment there, Nicole?
No, I was just going to say, because it's something that dealing with people that are entering the industry, right? Because on the Cellbotic side, people come to us that, I mean, they know zero. I mean, Jeremy, you recently spoke to one of our graduates who came from the financial industry. He's retirement age. He's creating this brand, in his area. He's already doing pretty well, but he, this is when we meet people, they're not in the industry when they come to Cellbotics. They're brand new. They want to learn about the industry. They want to get the basics, and they want a really good start, right? And this is one of the concerns that comes up is serialization, warnings, and it really makes people afraid. And Bo, you make it seem like, listen, you don't have to be afraid. It's just something you have to get through in your business.
Right. And if you educate them on what it is, it's less of a concern to them.
Yeah.
You just say, hey, this is not an Apple part. You're not in an Apple store. So we don't have Apple parts to install. We can, but it's a lot more expensive. And usually
Well,
like, oh, okay.
100%. You know, one thing I always compare to is I always tell people, listen, when you get your car fixed, are you going to always go back to Chevy and go to the dealership to do that? And they're like, no, it's too expensive. Exactly my point. It's a lot less expensive to use a local mechanic and aftermarket parts than it is to go back to the dealership and get it OEM. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're giving you the opportunity to do that. We can give you a fully OEM part if you're willing to pay the price. But if you're not, this is what you're going to encounter. And I think that conversation has gone on so far now over the last 2-3 years or so that people are finally catching up with it. And I think you're exactly right there. That's a great thing because people for a long time have known you're not going to bring your car back to the dealership if it's out of warranty. That doesn't make any sense at all. And it's just too expensive to do it that way. And so I think that they're finally catching up to that in this industry.
You know, what I used to use in my courses as a way to give people a different way to look at it is, say that you went to get a part changed on your car and you went to your local mechanic who you trust. I know my mechanic right now. I can think of my mechanic who I would take my car to, right? And I go to him and he says, well, I'm going to go down to Napa, or I'm going to go to AutoZone and I'm going to get you that part, or you can go to the dealer. And oh, no, thank you. Because the dealer's part is 10 times what the AutoZone is, which that can be some extreme price differencing. We don't have that such extreme, but it can be a high amount difference, right? And so that's always helped me tell people, just kind of look at it differently. You wouldn't require this of your mechanic, I'm giving you two options in parts. You can go to the dealer or you can get a good part, works just as fine, but you just have this little thing that you got to do.
Right. And then we also extend the warranty that our suppliers give us. So like, for example, Mobile Centrics has the XO7 screens, and Injured Gadgets has theirs, and Phone LCD Parts has theirs, where it comes with a lifetime warranty. As long as the glass is not cracked, well, we extend that to our customers. And we say, look, if you get your screen replaced and there's an issue with it, we cover it for the life of the phone.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not cracked. And they're like,
Apple
oh,
or
wow.
Apple or Samsung's not going to do that for you.
Right. And they don't.
Yeah. Right.
You get a 90-day warranty from Apple.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Jeremy touts this. Jeremy, because we do consulting with multi-unit brand owners. I mean, we have some clients lots and lots of locations. And I've been in these meetings where Jeremy has broke this down because the CPR days, Jeremy's the original founder of CPR, growing it to like 500 locations. And definitely you've got some good insight on that, Jeremy, the wording behind it. And it really is, what can you provide to the customer that they couldn't get somewhere else that also makes them feel comfortable? Doesn't mean you're going to have hundreds of people walking in to partake in it, but it makes them feel good.
Well, one thing I see too often in this industry is the race to the bottom. People know, they've heard this term. Is oh, I'm cheaper. Well, why not be the same, but add a better value proposition like Bo here, which is giving them a lifetime warranty. I've seen shops out there doing 30-day warranty. That Bo's beating them with the warranty, and people feel nice and safe and comfortable hearing that they've got a lifetime warranty. That is a big deal. So instead of racing to the bottom of your pricing, why don't you increase your deliverable around a warranty, something like that you can add into that product sale versus just dropping the price. So what's your value proposition? And that's so important. When we give pricing at the store, we tell people, hey, it's $129, but it comes with a lifetime warranty. And they heard it just 10 minutes ago. That was $119 when it had a 30-day warranty. They're going to buy from me. And because they know they're covered after 30 days, what if something happens? That's the first thing they think of. They're not even thinking of the price point at that point.
That's right. We have a
Right, and
comment.
it's also so rare that something comes in for a warranty after, first a couple days.
That's
Yeah,
it.
right.
That's it. At my stores, when I really got started in the industry selling tablets, this is before Walmart had tablets. So I had my own tablet brand. It was called Nikki's Tablets. I sold a lot into Mexico. And so I had lifetime warranty. And there would be some that would come back like the first month or so. And that really was legitimate issues. Like they're using it and there's a software issue. There's an issue with the hardware from China. You know what I mean? But when we added phone repair, because I actually started with iPad repair, that's how I first started. um, you know we passed that warranty on to that, and it wasn't like 5 years later I've got somebody walking in. It was stuff that was legitimately they needed some help. Something was going on, but it made people feel really good. And I sold hundreds of tablets a week, not 10, hundreds. I mean, I was massively importing. I mean, I'm blocked from Western Union. My social security number is permanently blocked. That's how much importing I did. They thought I was like embezzling. There's only one person that knows that, and sometimes he watches the lives and stuff.
Not anymore.
I always call him
Not
out.
anymore.
Yeah, no, yeah, but he actually seen that. So I did the same thing. It really made him feel good. If they would have came back for something, would I have honored it? Absolutely, because I cared about my brand and my business. But yeah, it was really to make them feel good. Now we have a comment. They asked, oh, we got Brandon back. Yay, there's Brandon. Okay, we've got, is it 1,500? Yes.
I think they're talking about screen swap, right?
He is.
Yeah, I think the screen swap price. Yeah, absolutely. $1,500 for screen swap price.
The
Now
fastest working.
Imagine if you get both of them. That's $5,000 you're leaving the show with, plus prizes. There were some prizes involved here too.
Oh yeah. I got a real nice soldering iron. Trying to think what else it was. A paste soldering iron. I haven't used it yet. I was trying to save it for my shop at home, but I know I did get a couple good things out of it.
They give you a credit. Some vendors give you a credit to buy stuff on their website. You're getting cash in hand. We're not giving you a credit card. We're not gonna, you're getting cold hard cash in hand right there on the spot. You're gonna get some sort of award. So like Bo got a belt. We do give like a cup, actual like a large cup for the screen swap. Isn't that right, Jeremy? It's like a metal. I don't know what the design of the award is this
trophy,
year.
You mean? Yeah.
Trophy. Yes, there you go. Cup. A trophy, a real trophy to take, and $1,500, and you just have to be the fastest and if you're working. So it's $10 to register online. You do need to pre-register this year. I think people that just don't pay attention and they're not gonna register, they're gonna show up and try to compete, and it's gonna be like, because we have to have a certain number of parts and tools and all of this stuff. So please make sure you register online. The micro soldering. So yes, if you are the winner, $1,500. Now, Brandon, what about that? Would you compete for screen swap?
I might compete in the screen swap. 1,500 is a good amount.
It's on. It's on.
Come on. It's an iPhone 11 screen swap.
Well, let me give you a little bit of insight, though, that we're going to have a grand finale between the two top contenders on day 2. Now, keep in mind, this is a 2-day show. I want you guys all remember that this is not a 1-day show; it's a 2-day show. Day 2, we're gonna bring everybody back that from the first day, the top 1 and 2, and we're gonna have them continue into the second day, and then we're gonna put the 2 top contenders in the ring, first time ever, the screen swap contenders, and then we're gonna give them a device that is not an iPhone 11. All right, and we're not gonna tell you what it is.
The secret.
All right. And you got to be the quickest on that. Now, it is a screen still, so I will give you that. That's about it. We're not going to tell you what model phone it is, but you're going to give it to you, and you're going to have to win the time on that. So that's going to make it a little bit more difficult.
Mm-hmm. But it's going to be fun. Don't worry. And you'll know how to fix the device. I promise.
Nicole's like,
Oh, it's going to be the talk of the town once people find out at the show. People are going to be posting like, you've got to be kidding me.
What's that Chinese phone? Zoomy or whatever? Or
a blue, Anybody ever fix a blue phone? I got a ton of those at my
None.
one.
Yeah, they're horrible, horrible.
Oh my gosh, this has been so great. So I just want to kind of summarize everything up before we get off of here. We have speed networking this year at the GRE, right, Jeremy? Get to know people you wouldn't already know. Kind of like speed dating, but speed networking, if you've never heard of it before. They do have it at some other shows in different industries. I've never seen it in anything related to our industry. So excited, because if you're someone that's come to shows and you've struggled meeting people, but you really want to know who are all these people just walking around, partake in the speed networking. And Jeremy, there'll be a couple of sessions each day for speed networking,
Correct,
right?
there'll be two. And one thing I'll say about that, those people that you then meet in that hour, you're going to see them later, right? On the floor, at the cocktail party, the next day. And they're going to say, hey, you know what? I want to talk to you again. Hey, you know what? Guess what? The ice has already been broken,
Yeah.
right? Now they're saying, I want to introduce you to somebody. This is a chance for you to really kind of, like Brandon was saying, if you feel uncomfortable, you can overcome that very easily. And by jumping into this thing and meeting some people quickly, and I think it's 2 minutes of talking, 1 minute to switch. So you got 3 minutes basically total. Basically, once you're done at the 2 minute, at the 3 minute, 2 minute mark, we ring a bell, and then the people with the letter B, they switch seats. Letter A stays. They keep just switching all the way around till they come back.
So exciting. I can't wait. It's going to be great. And then we also, new announcement, certifications. Soon there will be a web page on the website talking about what courses will be available at the GRE. We're working with leading trainers like Mr. Phone, Dr. Javier, Jessa with iPad Rehab, Chris, iDoctor, and some others. And they're creating courses that take an hour to an hour and a half. They're going to be at the expo. They're not going to be an extra cost, but they are limited seating and you pre-register. And our goal is to have a place where shops can come, bring your staff, and let them actually learn something and prove that you can do it and earn a certificate. This is not just like come watch a demo and get a certificate. No, these are courses. You're going to sit down with equipment and learn from these trainers as if you flew out and got a training from them. And then you're going to prove that you can do what they taught you. And then you're going to receive a certificate, which is beautiful. The certificates are beautiful. They got nice logos. They're signed. They say what you learned. They give you a summary. They come in a nice folder, and they'll be mailed out to you after the show.
I want to add real quick there, if you don't mind. The standard floor pass is $25. And last year, remember, our tickets were $99. This year, it's $25 for the standard floor pass. That does not include drinks at the cocktail party. Does not include hors d'oeuvres that we're going to be having at the cocktail party. That does not include demos. So keep that in mind. Now the fully VIP everything pass is only $75. It's not $99. So technically that went down $25 from last year for everything included. But we did have some people that said, hey, I really can't, I don't want to invest that right now, which is fine. So
or I don't drink.
The floor pass, right? They don't drink, or they don't really care about the demos. But if you care about demos and you want to do the certification and you want to, maybe you want to have some snacks with your dinner or whatever, I would definitely recommend getting the VIP pass so you have full access to everything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. So it is included, everything access there with that one ticket. So yeah, we've got a lot of great things going on at the GRE this year, a lot of new things. There's going to be open air speaking. I cannot wait for everybody to see this, like the open air speaking.
It'll be an open theater, basically. So, remember last year, the demo rooms were kind of curtain off, or that's the last 5 years. So they were curtain off. People didn't understand what was going on in there. They didn't even know anything was going on. So now we have open theaters where you can sit down. You see, Christopher Aaron Smith talking about, what's he speaking about? I forget. What's his topic?
He's actually giving a course.
Okay, he's giving a course, but
he's giving a course, but he's got unlimited seating because they just have to follow along and then they have to do something in the course. But he's one of the ones. So it's going to be content. I forget what the name of it, but it's he's going to actually walk them through recording a piece of content from repair, editing it on their phone, and creating a video right there in the course.
Yeah. So say you're walking by some exhibitor booths and you see Chris talking, and he's talking about something that interests you. Well, you didn't have that opportunity in the last 5 years. because we were kind of curtained off. And if you didn't look at the schedule, you didn't know what was going on. Well, now you're going to be able to see, oh, and you can jump right in, have a seat, listen in. If you're not really interested in the topic, you can get back up and keep walking. So it's not like you're stuck there, but it's also an environment where, you know, you can jump on in and take part in it. So we're excited about that. That's also something new this year. We'll have 2 of those open theaters, allowing you 2 different speakers to kind of talk about their business. And this is more business oriented. So if somebody has a business or they have something they want to talk about in regards to their industry, whether they're promoting, whether it be accessories or a course that they teach or point of sale, whatever. I think Tony's doing something on the
My Repair app.
Yep. So if you want to dive in and you want to listen, you have that opportunity to do that. That being said, there's also you know, some great keynotes that'll be going on. So if you want to sit down and we have a separate keynote room where you can listen to some speakers. This year I'm doing a keynote on my industry topic is you know, basically the new frontier in this industry, and I view that as being home services. I definitely encourage you to come in and sit in the keynote and listen to some of the companies going to be involved in that. We're really excited about that. We've got like On Point. We've got some other companies that are going to be talking about home services. And this is what I believe, and which I know will be the new future in this industry, is how do we capture home services in a way that makes sense? If you want to get into home services now and you're interested, contact the RFA, because we already have 3 companies right now that are offering on claims to our stores. We had a store that just got 2 claims this week. And so all you got to do is do a home service claim. You might go out, you might fix a TV, you might fix a router or Wi-Fi. We even had one a couple of weeks ago to fix a guy's grill. We took the control panel out, replaced it with a part that they send you, and put that in the grill, and $300. I mean, it's just ridiculous, the opportunity that we have here for you in home services. We're going to encourage this conversation about that at the GRE 6.0. And I think it's really exciting because it gives you a new frontier, something new to look forward to in your business. As how do I capture more? And so I can go on and on and on about it.
He's going to go on and on about.
I'm not going to do it, but you can come see me speak about it. You can see me be passionate about it, because I see this is really being the next thing.
Yeah, so that's an RFA benefit. RFA has brought on quite a few insurance companies, and we are getting claims and funneling them to members. So if you're not an RFA member, shameless plug, you should definitely look into us, because we're up to 3 or 4 insurance companies now.
Well, I might think we've got Bowie interested.
Okay, so that's it for this call. I really appreciate you guys being on. Do you want to say anything else, Bo? Do you want to create some competition? Are you going to challenge anybody? Are you calling out anyone that you know?
I'm just going to say that if you're not at about a minute for this task, go ahead and just stay home.
I will cut that out. That is not
good. You can't stay home.
No, but I'm kidding. But yeah, bring it. If you think you can beat it, if you can be at a minute, give it a try.
Bo's trying to leave with like $7,000. He's gonna get it all. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. This was so awesome to have you on. Thank you guys for joining us for the first time. We can't wait to see you this year. I know you both got your tickets. You're all registered to compete and everything. Brandon, go sign up for that iPhone 11 competition. Make sure you maybe get that 1,500. All right. Well, we'll see you.
About Brandon, real quick. Brandon, you've got a wireless. Don't you sell? Are you selling phones? What are you doing on the you do a B2B side of your business, don't you? I just wanted you to give a chance to promote yourself really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, exactly. I try and buy damaged phones in bulk from the groups, and then we repair them and then sell them. So yeah, if you guys have damaged phones, I guess definitely hit me up and see if we can make something happen. Yeah, thanks for that.
If I want to buy some phones from you, Brandon, can I do that?
Yeah, definitely. All the phones we sell, they're A, B, and they're warranted like up to 90 days. So if there's any issues relating to the repairs, all good. Just bring it back and we'll take care of it.
Him and I had an incredible conversation about, I mean, how many phones he deals with a year. It's mind blowing, tens of thousands. And it's just, he's just buying them from all over. And it's just really incredible what he does. So we'd love to hear more about it, Brandon. And maybe on next call, we'll have you back here to talk a little bit more about it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. You guys reach out to Brandon if you need to sell or buy.
6 stores, because every one of us should aspire to having more than one. 2 or 3. And I'd love to hear more about how Bo's doing that.
Yes, definitely. That would be great, Bo. Inspire some people.
Yeah,
All
well,
right. Thanks, guys.
no Red Bulls before the competition either. Because we're cutting that out. No energy drinks.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, have a good one.